going to learn how to face paint a mermaid.
So as I said, we're going to do a mermaid design today, and there's a few things I'm going to do where I'm hopefully going to show you how you can achieve a nice multiple coloured effect on one sponge just with some of the paints you will hopefully have at home, without having to use one of the split cakes. And I'm going to use a stencil today for my mermaid, but I'm going to show you a really cheap, easy, quick way of making your own basic stencil, which does work on skin because I've tested it. So I'll start with that first. So if you just get some paper, any old bit of paper, and some scissors. So maybe if you're doing this, if you're a child, make sure you've got an adult with you, grown up, somebody that you're living with. And all you need to do, just cut in there like that. Just do a little diamond shape. Pull out the bit in the middle. And then you see you've got some diamond shapes. Not exactly the same as the scale, but not far off. And then all you need to do is get your sponge and some water, dab it in the paint and tap over, exactly the same as you would do with the stencil that I'm going to use in a minute. So we're going to start off today with the scales. Now I'm going to use my split cake, but I'm going to quickly show you how to get the same sort of effect with some paint you've got at home and just a sponge. If you don't have a sponge at home, then it's very easy to get one. So the next time you go out, or you've got a grown-up that goes out shopping, you can maybe just ask them to pick up a round baby sponge. I'm sure most supermarkets and definitely pharmacies will have them. And all you need to do is get a round sponge and then you just cut it into these shapes. Again, get an adult to do that with you. So you've got a nice teardrop shaped sponge. You don't have to have a teardrop to do the scales, but it's easier when it comes to the eyes. And all you'd need to do is get a little spray bottle and just spray the sponge. And then I'm going to use a silver, but if you haven't got silver, white will also be really good. And just do the end, so the pointy edge, with your silver or white. And then for my middle colour, I'm using teal. You can use whatever colour you want, but I think a tealy colour, a teal greeny colour with purple and silver or white are really good mermaid colours. And then you just get the two ends and pinch them together. And so then you do the middle section with your blue, teal or green. So you see that there. And then the end, again, you just do a little spray. And then you just dab the end with your purple colour, just like that. And you can get that effect, the same effect. There we go. So you can get exactly the same effect with just ordinary single paints at home and a sponge. Okay, so now I've shown you how to do that. It's easier and quicker for me to use this today, so I'm going to do that. But actually these colours together are really nice, so I might think about that for the future. And so I'm going to spray my sponge and get the paint. So once you've got the paint on your sponge, you will then get your paper scales. Doesn't have to be the same formation as this, just scales across is fine, and then just dab it on. I'm then going to do a same effect here with the scales. Okay, and that is it for our scales. We are then going to use the same sponge that you've just used for scales to do the eyes. Now, if you get them to close their eyes, and you can just do like the teardrop shape on the eye, just like that. So already you can see that looks quite a lot like a mermaid, and the colours are really pretty just on their own without anything else, to be honest. But we are obviously going to do some more. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to do a little, not exactly a shell, but like a webbing just here. And for this I am going to use a one stroke colour, but you can just use a blue, or a nice teal would do on its own actually. and then you could outline it with a darker blue. It's going to go out one spike, two spike, third one in the middle, and then another one, and another one, and then back to the middle, and then just fill the middle bit in. So you see, you could definitely just use a light blue and a dark blue on the outside, and then just to finish that bit off, I just do like a little sideward down, sideward down. That's not very even. They often aren't. Okay, that's that bit there, and then I'm going to get a white paint. It's very possible you can hear my little boy in the background. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do is, you could, to make it more simple, just go from the eyebrow up if you want to. I'm going to go further down. I think it depends a little bit on the age of the child. And I'm going to do a nice webbed detail here, just 3 webs down to the bottom of the eye, and then just attach it there. I will then do just a little bit of extra detail on the eye. I'm just going to do like a little teardroppy type, thin at the end and then go thicker, and then I'm going to do some dots, good old famous dots of mine. With the white again, just do 3 little dots in the middle there. I'm then going to do some dots up way here as well, so above the webbing, and then all the way from the corner of that all the way up, and the other side, and then just some little like teardrops underneath. Good day, slipped a bit there. And then, I mean, you could definitely just leave it like that if you wanted to. If you're slightly older, I would use a dark blue, and I'd get a thin brush, and I would do an eye line, just where you'd normally do eyeliner, on both tops of the eye, and then a little one underneath as well. I'm not going to do that here, but if you're older, it looks really nice to do the dark blue underneath. I'm going to add some pink dots just because I can. I'm using a luminous pink, but any pink will be fine. Or it doesn't have to even be pink. You could do green or blue or purple. But I quite like the pop of pink. And I'm going to do them right down here. So I'm going to do like a dot. And I'm going to go all the way up. And then, again, this is dependent on an age maybe, but if you've done the blue line underneath your eye, it's quite nice to go underneath that with the pink. And then I also did, when I did it, on myself, just 3 little dots down the middle. Now you'll probably see this, it doesn't look very even on this face actually. I'm painting to a weird angle, but I shouldn't complain because I shouldn't blame my tools. And then it's quite nice to add a bit of sparkle. So I've got my puffer glitter, which I'll just puff on there. And then I've also got my glitter bling, which liquid bling, which I like doing dots with. So I'm going to do some more dots here. If you've got silver, or you could just do again it with the white, or not do it at all. And then I've got some more glitter. Her lips are already pink, so I'm not going to paint them, but I would do nice pink lips here as well. Or purple would look good. And then I'm going to add some more glitter, and I've got this lovely, it's got gold, green, blue, different blues in it. It's lovely. It's a perfect one for Mermaid. And I'm going to add I've got my gel face glue here. No, it's not glue, it's gel. I just use a cotton bud just to put a little dab on top there. And then I'm not going to put much on my picture, but I would, if I was doing it for real, I would put quite a lot on. Again, younger children, I wouldn't put it too close to the eye, but it does look very nice if you just dab a little bit down there. Depending on how your scales go, you could do it in between some of the scales. If you wanted to finish it off with some gems, you can get some nice, really simple gems from places like Hobbycraft, actually, really cheap. And I'm not going to put them on my face here because it'd be a waste, really. But if I was going to put them on, I would put them on just here. Yeah, there we go. That is a basic mermaid.
Thank you for watching. Bye.